their runs on there basically is. Looks like they got all their runs in a 6. Yeah, I mean, basically,
what is it again?
Braves 3-0.
Okay.
Yeah, they were just basically get guys on base and just keep
Little small ball action.
Little small ball action there.
Whoa!
So.
Imagine that. Small ball.
And then the Dodgers and the Padres. Let's see here. That's 3-2. Machado hit a home run in the first. That got him leave. Then Freeman hit a home run. And Muncy hit a home run. And Machado hit a double, got a run in. And Cronenworth hit a single and brought in Machado. So that's where we're at on our scores on that.
Nice.
And again, I'm not getting into preseason basketball because I'm not that big of a loser.
Well, I don't mind watching preseason basketball.
I'm not breaking it down.
We're not going to break it down on the show. Like, I don't want to, you guys get all chippy about some of the things we say and do and get into or whatever. And it's like, come on, man. Like, we've got 2 hours a week to kind of cover all the things that have happened over the course of the week. So you're trying to cover things that are worthwhile. And we want to have pick'ems and have fun and goof around with you guys. So, let's do that. Let's not break down NBA flipping preseason.
Oh, did you catch that down there? Was it last week or whatever? Again, this will be the only time ever that I bring up bass fishing.
What?
The guys that got caught cheating in a bass fishing tournament.
How do you cheat in a bass fishing tournament?
Well, here's how they cheated. They basically started gutting. The fish were really heavy, so the guys started gutting fish. They shoved weights down the damn fish's throat and fillet. So they got a bass. Also, you see a damn walleye fillet shoved in there and a perch fillet shoved in the stomach, and it's like a completely perfectly cut fillet. It's like, really? And also, man, these guys these two clowns almost got killed.
Oh, wow, people going crazy
because
there's big money on.
Oh, it was it was like a $50,000 turn. The winning purse was like $50,000 or something ridiculous.
Yeah, they get, and that stuff's pretty competitive.
Oh, man. Sorry, it was $28,760.
It's still a good purse, and these cats are pretty competitive over that shit. Let's be real. Like some of them, the bass fishermen are pretty crazy, man.
Yeah, they had 8 12-ounce lead weights in there and 2 8-ounce lead weights.
So, yeah, if you're the guy that just got beat by, an ounce, 2 ounces, and that's you're going to be mad. That's $28,000.
Yeah.
I need 3 of these wins a year.
Now the Ohio Department of Natural Resources is basically looking into it as well. They've already confiscated the fish in it, so they may get charges on this because, we're taking this on this pretty seriously.
Oh, wow. This could go have an unintended twist of fate for them there. Holy cow.
Because I remember years ago, my cousin did a muskie tournament. And he says he goes, I want enough money to pay for my boat slip and my gas for the entire year.
Wow.
It was like, he goes, it was like $10,000.
Yeah.
$15,000.
Well, that's how those guys are. If you see a dude with a super nice fishing boat, he probably runs some of these tourneys and makes some money to pay for all that. So, yeah, that's why they get competitive, man. They want to keep their boats around and keep doing all their stuff and having fun. And that's cool. I've gone out. I've not done bass fishing, but I've gone out on a charter and done some fishing. It's fun. I've fished obviously as a kid and gone out on boats and fished on my own.
Yeah.
I've got a little 16-footer up at my cabin, so I've been out fishing obviously, but I've fished with the kids and all that. But these cats can get pretty flipping competitive with that stuff. It's pretty over the top, but anything that's got money in it, that's how it goes, man.
Yeah.
And think about it, $28,000 for one tournament. That ain't bad, Moose.
No, that's serious money.
Yeah, it adds up quick, baby. Adds up quick. So yeah, it's kind of like golfing, right? Like you don't have to be like the top guy to make money.
No,
like,
they're all millionaires.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you just, you kind of middle of the road. You win a tournament here. You win a little bit there. You got a place here and place there, and yeah, before you know it, you made a pretty good purse. You made some money, and so yeah, it's not a bad gig if you can get it. We'll just say. So I told you last week that I played golf for the first time,
Right?
Reese. And golf is tricky. Like, people think you can just go out there and play golf. No. So I was like, ooh. And we went. It was one. I don't know if you guys do this stuff. It's an off. And look, if y'all ain't figured it out yet, I'm pretty hood. I ain't been to the country club ever. Like, and my cousin was a chef at one. I think that was the one time I've been to the country club. He invited me and the old lady at the time out for dinner on a New Year's Eve gimmick, and so I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'll come." Only because yeah. So I'm like, "Oh," and we're all, a bunch of us are like going. A bunch of the fellas are like, "Well, we don't even golf. What are we doing here? This is going to be interesting." Then of course, we almost got hit by a stray ball from one of the other. Because we were playing in foursomes. That's how they moved the 20 people we had.
Okay.
And so there's 20 of us in our division that went on the trip and, went on the outing. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go with a golf outing. I don't want to work that day. Damn right I'm going to the golf outing. I don't know how to golf, but I'm going to go out there and make an ass out of myself because I don't care. And so we went to Sylvan Glen in Troy.
Yeah.
So, nice place.
No, it's a nice course.
I was just at another place in, where the hell was I at? I think maybe Milford or something. Oh, no, we were out by Oakland University.
Okay.
And their golf course.
No, that's a really nice
dude. Oh, my God. I thought, like I just said, Sylvan Glen is nice. I was like, that's a nice place. They got some good food and...
Yeah, Cape Ticonderoga is pretty decent.
Yeah, so you get some food there, and then... of course, you know the deal. You can come around after the turn and stock up on some brewskis and dip on through. And then you got a cart girl out there all day long chasing you down if you need something. So, yeah, it's cool, man. And it's a pretty nice place. But then I went to OU and I was like, holy Jesus, that is a beautiful course. Like it was like the startup for Golden Tee or something. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, look at this place. This place is amazing.
Most of your college courses under like Oakland U of M, the university course, and the Michigan State are all pretty damn nice courses.
We did some work at OU, and I was like, the other day, was it Tuesday? Monday. It was 74. Sunny,
perfect.
The wind wasn't blowing nothing, and we're working at the place on the patio. And I'm looking out going, I'm going to hijack one of them fucking carts right there, dude. Some dude, they roll it up. We're right by where the beer and the outdoor cook, because you can get food and drink right on the outside right there.
Right.
You can pull up in your cart. You don't even have to get out of your fucking cart, man. You can roll right up to this lady and grab a sausage and a stack of beers and just drive away.
Oh, yeah.
It's awesome. And we're standing there working, smelling the food, and they're getting the beers, and the guys are going, I'm like looking at the guys, I'm like, I'm going to jack that dude's cart. You in? You in? It's two guys in a cart, me and you. Are you in?
Oh, yeah.
We'll jack this dude's cart and we will go down there and play some shitty golf, because that's what we would play, is shitty golf. But I see why. Look, for me, I'm a dork. I just like the atmosphere, and I wouldn't even like, of course we had a cart and you're driving around. I don't think I'd want to walk all of it.
Oh God, no.
I mean, but I don't mind walking around. So, like, I wouldn't walk all of it, but, like, I don't mind walking around. Like a couple times I had to look for my ball. But I didn't do too bad.
No, usually if I know what I'm going to hit the next club or whatever on there, I'll just grab my club and tell the guy, go ahead, and I'm going to walk up there because I enjoy doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there are, like, up north in it, and you got to be part mountain goat if you're going to try to walk some of them courses.
Yeah, no.
Like, oh, hell no.
Yeah, no. So, I like the cart aspect, obviously, but I will do a little bit more walking than some of the other guys. So my experience with golf was interesting because I expected to be terrible, and I don't think I was too bad. We played the whole course, 18 holes, and I shot a 2-over. Never played golf in my life.
You're doing fine. You're doing great. You're doing better than most guys.
I was like, the guys are like, well, one of the guys was like, you didn't tell me it was a ringer. because I was hitting some putts and shit like that. He's like, "Where did you find this guy?" I'm like, I didn't have any clubs or nothing. I'm like borrowing people's clubs. I'm like, he's like, "What are you hitting?" I'm like, "I don't have anything." He's like, "Oh, well, you can use my clubs, my boss."
Yeah.
And so I ended up teamed up with him in a foursome. Or not teamed up with him, but we were all in the foursome there.
We used it with former host Scotty Super Genius here and our gracious host at the Folding Warehouse. We're at a golf tournament with him. One of the guys he used to bowl with, Big Al. They used to call it Big Al's tournament. And he would get like 50 guys going up to Shanty Creek. So we get up there on a Friday. We go play our own 18 holes on there, screw around, and we go to the casino, gamble, whatever. Then all of a sudden Saturday morning we play 18. All of a sudden he basically takes everybody's name, throws it in a hat, and it just starts drawing names. This is who your foursome is. You've never met these guys.
Right.
That way you get to know these guys out there.
Well, they just pick the teams.
They pick the teams,
yeah,
and it does like kind of a Modiford Stratford system where he basically is if you get a bogey, it's worth a point.
Okay.
Par 2 points. It's over in the team with the highest points wins. So I get it thrown on this guy and on there, and I was playing golf quite a bit at the time. And we're playing. All of a sudden, one of the guys he was on the Oklahoma State golf team.
Oh, wow.
And there was this other guy. I said, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're taking the best drive, and then we hit our own ball afterward. I'll hit the first ball. I'll just use my 3-wood all day long and just put it out in the middle of the fairway.
Hey, dude, if you're straight and you get an easy...
I'll get it out there, 220, right down the pipe,
Sure.
and then you guys grip it and rip it.
All right.
So we're on there, and we win that on there. I mean, there was this one. It was a par 5. They hit their drive, and it's just a rocket. I'm looking at the ball. I'm looking at it going, I don't think I can make that green in 2. I mean, it's a par 3. I'm looking, you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. So
Yeah.
I hit on it, and I smoked my damn 3-wood, and that ball's like a rocket, man. I'm like, and I'm a foot on, and of course, this guy's on the green. I'm like, oh, crap. 4. And I'm just on the fringe. I mean, just off the fringe onto the green with it. So I'm putting for a legit eagle. I get birdie. I didn't get an eagle, but it was a 20-footer, and I get it within 2 feet and just tap it in for the birdie. We win that. And the next day we play 18 in the morning, and it's just basically you're playing your own ball, and it's longest drive, close to pit. Well, the second 18 is a scramble. So we're playing it. And
That's okay.
We're 3 sheets to the win by this point. We ran out of beer. How the hell?
I was about to ask if you did it that way because that's what I heard.
We brought our own beer and everything with it. We brought 3 of us were drinking. We had 7 cases of beer. We were out of beer, and
that's all golfing is. It's like they promote drunk driving on this course.
So we're basically 7 cases of beer, and we're in the second day here, and we're already out of beer. I'm like, all right, we have only been here for 48 hours, and we're out of beer, and only 3 of us are drinking this on there, so we have to get beer. So comes on the 17th hole, which is the 35th hole of the day, and we're 3 sheets to the win. Basically, we're having to hit from the blues. So we also had the par 3, 315 yards. Scott hits his, and the pin is in the front on the right side. So he golfs left-handed, so he hits it, and it goes right down. That's on the right side, and it's just under. And he looks, and he got in there, and I hit mine, and I'm on the left side on there, and the other, and we couldn't see because the sun's in our face. It's right there.
Oh yeah.
The other 2 guys, they're short. We go up there and we see 2 balls on the green, but one's like a foot and a half off from the pin. And that's what's close to this guy. He goes, he's jumping up and down. Woo! I got close to the pin. I got close to the pin. He gets back, looks up, and he goes, who the fuck's in a goddamn Top Flight XL 2000? This guy, baby! Put my stake in there, name, close to the pin, get the skin. That was a weekend under. I went up there with
Top Flight XL. Those things are shit. Sorry.
So we go out there, and again, I went up there with like a couple $100, because by the time you put in money, I ended up making more money than I brought. Because I hit money. I was hitting money on, obviously, is the first day we win. I win. I get close to the pin. I get a skin. And I did pretty decent at the casino. So I'm like, shit, this is easy. I like these weekends because I made money. And so.
Yeah, no, dude, golfing, I could totally see myself getting into it, especially as I get older. It'll start probably in the spring, to be quite honest with you. I went and got some cheap used clubs so I can go up north and just shank them. And I found someone online that had, I got probably 2, maybe 300 golf balls for like $10.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I'll just take them up north and I'll just crack them into the field.
Yeah, I'm using the same clubs I've bought back in '04.
Right.
Yeah, I bought my irons, and then my driver I bought separate. But I got my clubs over the golf show in the spring up over at Suburban.
Oh, okay.
And again, it was Adam Tight Lights. They're decent clubs on there, but I got them half off because they were last year's model.
Oh, right.
So I get that.
Well, it's one of those things that, like, if I can, get to where I'm playing well and I get a chance to go out multiple times and hit the course, not just go out in my back and crank them. Because that's what I'll do. I'll do dumb stuff. Like, I'll go up to my place up north, and I got a place where I can just crank them, and the dogs will bring them back. Yeah. Like, I don't have to. I got 3 dogs that'll go and grab them and bring them back. So, those idiots. So I'll do that, and I'll go to a range, or I'll do something. But I'm not going to invest in some clubs until I can, like, go out on a course. So I got some cheap ones, and I got. So I got a cheap set, and then I got a couple extra clubs. Like, they were super cheap, and this dude just had like a lot of clubs, and he wanted to dip them out, and I didn't get rid of them for like $10 or something. And,
I'm due to
I found a couple of these. Like, I found a nice 9-iron, a Nike.
Yeah, I'm due to get mine. I'm going to get mine gripped over the winter.
Oh, sure. What? How do they got to do something to get that off of there, right?
They cut the old grip off, and then they basically you can get it where they can. Slide right on there and get it perfectly aligned. And again, it's worth the money to get it done. Don't be cheap and try to do it yourself. Again, spend the extra, $3 a club and just get it professionally done.
Oh, they're not. How much are they?
If I want them re-gripped and everything, I think I'd be spending probably about $100, $100 a quarter to get them re-gripped.
Like your whole set?
The whole set.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No.
So that's like $10 a shot or something. Yeah. You got 13 clubs in your set, roughly?
It's roughly about $10 on there. Yeah. And the key is get some decent golf clubs and get some decent shoes.
Oh, sure. Well, to me, what's decent shoes? Because I just wore my comfy shoes.
You can get, again, now everybody's got to have the soft spikes on there, so nobody allows metal spikes on there.
Yeah, I didn't have any spikes,
I bought a pair of FootJoys that are the soft spikes. When they're comfy on there, they're on there, and they ran me, I think nowadays it'll run you about $100.
What's the point of having, like, I don't even need,
they've got the little, almost, they're like turf shoes. They got the little nubs on there, but it just gives you a better support, better traction when you're on your swing and that, on the grass and that, especially if it's wet. But now but I do the soft ones on it because it's easier on the knees and the back.
Right.
Like Freddie Couples, when he was still playing at the end, he was just wearing tennis shoes because his back was so shot.
Right.
But it gives him better support on there. So
that's what I just wore. Like, I've got some super thin, like light, comfy, like flexy shoes, and I felt great in those.
Yeah, I just bought that.
I didn't feel like I needed to grip into the turf at all.
No, it just gives you support on there so you don't slide around. Especially if you're on a hill and you're trying to hit up on it.
Yeah,
gives you a little better support.
Sure.
Better traction so you're not sliding, so you won't slice or that.
Well, the key to slice it. So now, and I'm gonna geek out here before we get out of here. But I've been looking at like technique, because if I'm going to play golf, I want to study it a little bit, and I want to be like on the right track. I don't want to be practicing bad habits, so to speak. And so it's super easy, dude. In theory, let's make that clear. Not hitting a golf ball where you want it to go is not super easy. But if you roll that front hand over, that thumb over to the inside, you will hook left.
Right.
And if you roll your thumb to the outside, you'll hook right.
Yeah, that's a slice, right.
So the key is always to get that face of that club square and straight. So to me, it's not cranking it, it's hitting it even and square.
Right.
Like, over time, I'm going to build up to cranking that
right.
fucker.
Over time, you'll build up that head speed, but and then by that time, it's all just muscle memory.
Right. And so that's like what I'll be kind of working on for me, is just like, I think I'll go out, and as long as I can successfully hit the ball, I'd be all right. So like when I was playing for my first time, that's all I was concentrating on, was hitting the ball. And then a couple of times I'd kind of whack it, because, you got like a par 4. They had a par 5 there, and so you got a little bit to go, and I'm like, ooh, maybe I can get. I got a couple square hits. Like, maybe I'll put a little fucking heat on this one, and I got a couple good pokes that way. But like, yeah. So my game isn't really like. If that's the other thing too. If I get up on the green and it's a makeable putt, I gotta drop it because at that point I'm going over. Let's just be real. So, but I'm still learning, and my swing is probably horrid. But like I said, I noticed when I hit that ball even in square, it doesn't take as much to get it out of there.
Right.
Like as long as you get a hold of it, you don't have You don't have to like you see some of these, and I love Tiger's the greatest ever, and that's how he mixed both together to put that kind of torque and power. But I need to be able to hit it. If I put that kind of torque and power into it, that bitch is gonna go straight for about 100 yards. Then it's gonna hook and maybe come back and hit me like a fucking boomerang if I hit it. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna slice it like a mug. The harder I hit, the more likely I am to roll that thumb over or back. And we almost got took out by some guys that had the same issue, that were on a different hole, and worked for our company, of course. And so it was kind of fun. So yeah, I hope you guys get a chance to enjoy the final days of fall. If you can get some golf in, get it in. If you're in a warm area and you can golf all year round, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just jealous because not only would I do that, I'd probably do more water sports. And you know, I'm a hiker, and I like all that nature shit.
Oh yeah,
that's what draws me into golf, man. Is hanging out there. Yeah, just being out there. So it's got to be the right day. You have a cigar, man, and a beer, and yeah,
cigars are always necessary for golf.
Absolutely, and
if you're teeing off in the morning, Bloody Marys.
I'm all about it. We're gonna have to get some in next year, Moose, in the spring.
Absolutely.
All right, you guys too. Do the same. Love you guys. Be good to each other.
Peace out, brothers.
You're listening to Studio 57 Radio, your home for underground hip hop, rap, and R&B. Studio 57 Radio.